There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Broadcasting live from Los Angeles, and we have a wonderful show set up for you today. I know everybody's going crazy with this NFL season, the 2024, with all these injuries in the beginning of the season. Wow, it's crazy out here. But without further ado, let's get into the show. Let me introduce my co-host, Mr. Steven Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing healthier than a lot of these NFL players because, man, they be getting hurt one by one.
How's your fantasy football teams going?
So far, I've been pretty good. In the big leagues. I'm 2-0 for most of my leagues. So I've been
It's
getting
early,
some good luck.
Steve. It's
early.
really
So
early.
I feel good. I feel good about my team, but I've lost a couple guys. We're going to talk about them because people are dropping guys like flies. I don't know. Players are getting hurt, but I mean, some people are just giving up on players.
Oh my goodness. Hey, if you guys are tuning in, please hit that like button. It's for free. And if you want to drop something in the comments, say whatever you want to say. We respond to everything. And if you have any suggestions or anything you want to see on this show, please just say it, and we'll go over it. And if it sounds something nice, we're gonna implement it. We'll put it right in there for you.
We are equal opportunity, good or bad. We'll say the good, we'll say the bad, and we'll say the ugly.
Yes, but for the most, you're going to get a good, honest show, and we're going to say it like it TI is, with nobody over our head trying to uh, basically
Tell us what to say. We're going to say how we want to say it, when we want to say it, and any way we want to say it. So
exactly, and be abrupt in it. Be just be
well, honestly,
fresh with it. Honest,
honesty. We're two fans, so sometimes we get a little out of hand, but we do it out of love because we love our sports. We're sports junkies,
and we're not going to hold back on anything. If
No.
we see it, we're going to call it out. Those refs out there being kind of fishy, we're going to call it out. And then when you think it's fishy and we don't think it's fishy, we're going to say it there too.
Well, I'm going to say something. The first 2 weeks of the season, for the most part, the refs have been doing a pretty good job. We haven't had any super controversial calls yet this season. Usually in the past seasons, we were already talking about griping about the officials and they blew this game and blew that game. But so far, the game's been played on the field.
Well, anytime anyone plays Patrick Mahomes, they always say the refs help Patrick Mahomes.
No, Patrick Mahomes helps Patrick Mahomes.
Thank you.
His quality of play is what makes him great. But we're going to talk about great quality play in Mahomes and then the opposite side of quality of play in Carolina. Nothing could be finer.
So
we're going to get to it.
That's how you wanted to slip that in.
That's what I wanted to slip it in. That's called a little segue.
So I see you already want to throw punches.
I want to throw punches early and often, but we're going to get to that. I mean, as much as tempting as it is to just start off with that, we're going to start first with a little. We got WNBA and we got baseball. Both of them are in their final weeks of the season. Which one do you want to go with first?
Let's go with WNBA.
All right, WNBA. This is the final week of the WNBA season. They are setting up for the playoff seeding starting on Sunday. New York Liberty has locked down the number 1 seed.
New York Liberty?
New York Liberty.
Okay.
Give us liberty or give us death.
Have you been into any of those games yet?
I've not been to one single game. I'm not going to lie to you. But I've watched quite a few games on TV.
We got to get out to one of these games. We got to go support the WNBA.
Especially now, the energy is hot. I mean, I think these players are going to be on fire. But I'm not going to lie to you. I've been to an NBA game in quite a few years. It's been a while since I've even been to an NBA game.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you're equal opportunity.
I'm equal opportunity. It ain't like I just go to NBA games all the time and not WNBA. So, but I enjoy watching on TV. I mean, I think the quality of play has really risen. They really play hard. They really play skilled.
It's made me want to watch the WNBA. I will admit, as a NBA watcher, I was kind of iffy on the WNBA, but now they really look competitive to me. And not to say they weren't in before, but I wasn't giving them a complete chance. With the hype that's been put on them now, it makes you want to watch the game.
Makes you want to watch the games. And we got some quality players out there now. We've always had quality players. One thing we say about the WNBA is always had talent. The talent has never been the question as far as with the WNBA. It's just kind of that marketability. And so now we got a rookie of the year, and let's just say she's going to be rookie of the year, Caitlin Clark, who...
Give a big shout out to Caitlin Clark out there.
Clark, who just has broken pretty much most of the rookie records. And so she's just lighting it up now. There was kind of a little shaky start for her, and people were kind of questioning if, if she's going to be the player they thought she'd be, but she's definitely stepped it up. So
she's a rookie, right?
She's a rookie. Well, not a rookie no more. She's a rookie in name, but not in play.
But what I'm saying is rookies are allowed to make mistakes in their rookie year.
Yeah, but not when you got the hype she's had. She's been given that.
So when you have hype, you have no mistake, no mistake
for the most
possibilities for you.
Well, for the most part, no, they don't allow you.
Wow.
If you're a superstar, you got to be a superstar. So, but she has proven herself to be above those few mistakes she's had and played to a superstar level. So, nobody's knocking her down anymore like they were early in the season. She ain't getting those hard picks anymore like she was before.
Hey, she's showing that toughness, she's showing that grit.
Toughness, and then the almost consensus MVP of the league, Aja Wilson, she's a double beast.
Aja Wilson.
So yeah, she's been lighting it up. So you got the Liberty, you got the Lynx at number 2, you got the Sun, the Aces, Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever at 5, you got the Storm, and then we got a battle towards the end. You got the Atlanta Dream, the Washington Mystics, and the Chicago Sky all fighting for that 8th seed. So with one game left, any of those 3 teams could get that final seed, and the other 2 will be out.
Who's going to get it, Steve?
If I had to say right now, I would have said the Chicago Sky, but since what's her name, Angel Reese is out for the season, I'm going to go with the upset team. I'm going to take the Mystics. I'm a Washington guy, so I'm going to go with the Washington Mystics to steal that 8th seed away.
So that's your team?
That's my team. So
I'm going to go with Caitlin's team.
You okay with Caitlin's team? Okay.
I like the young hype. And the energy she brings.
Right.
I feel more people should back her because it's getting, I got yelled at for saying that she's bringing more viewers to the WNBA, but it isn't what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, how everything goes, I mean, you got to go out there and do it on the court. And she's been doing it on the court. And so going into next season, she will be the eminent player of the league. She will be the dominant player of the WNBA starting next season. So you heard, mark my words.
The person to beat.
So that's the WNBA. We're going to give you guys updates next week about how the first round started out. But let's get to baseball. Baseball. We've kind of haven't given baseball the love we probably should have given it.
Hey, you've been the one that's been shunning baseball.
I've given my honest opinion about baseball. I enjoy baseball. I mean, they've tried to do things to boost baseball up, make it a quicker game, make it a little more exciting, but they don't market their players. I mean, you got 2 players this year in Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani who have just been blowing it up. I mean, just doing crazy stuff this year, and baseball just don't seem to care. I don't know what it is.
Their marketing department needs to be fired.
Yeah. Now here in LA, Ohtani is off the roof. I mean, remember that a couple weeks ago with that bobbleheads? I mean, like people were like parking out 8-9 hours to get a bobblehead.
Right.
But across the country, it just, Ohtani don't get the same love that you get in the NBA players and NFL players who are like constant commercials. Where's my Ohtani commercials? We can't have him marketing something. Have you seen an Ohtani commercial?
No.
Do you
think it's a question of them turning down these type of endorsements?
No. Would you turn down money if you can get $1 million contracts for? No. We could see Stephen Curry in 18 million State Farm commercials. We got LeBron doing commercials with Kevin Hart. You got NFL player Peyton Manning's been retired for 15 years. He's still doing commercials. Why can't Ohtani get a commercial? The man got 48 home runs and 48 steals. He's trying to be the first player in baseball history to get 50-50.
Woo!
50 home runs, 50 steals. He needs 2 of each.
It's kind of feel like he's going to do it.
10 games, 2 home runs, 2 stolen bases. I think it's a lot. 50-50.
Oh, let's give a shout out on YouTube to Mary Rubain. How you doing?
All right, Ma. Yes, she's an art. What's used to be her mom, tongue tied.
Oh yeah.
She's a fervent supporter of our show. So I want to thank her for that. And I left a blanket in the car. So I got the Carolina blanket.
I asked him like, what's going on so we can show it on the air.
He did. And
he did that.
It's in the car. But I'm going, after the show's over, we wanted to start the show on time. So we're going to make sure this week.
We will show it again next week. Don't even worry about that, Mom.
But we're going to make sure. But I want to get to Carolina so bad right now. It's hard to hold back because, I got so much to say about the Panthers this week. But I'm going to hold back because I do want to talk about this baseball. So,
hey, look, I'm going to need you to calm down.
I'm excited.
It looked like you're ready to bubble over. And look,
man,
Steve, I don't need the cheap shots.
I
understand how my team has been playing.
This has been years in building.
I understand.
When you've been waiting 2 years for something and you finally can just get it out, it's hard to keep it in.
Shout out to Darnell, Mr. 49er in the house.
Mr. 49er. Oh, we got to talk to you, man. Oh, we're going to open the lines tonight. We need you to call in.
We definitely going to open these phone lines.
Because you got to explain to us how y'all going to lose to Sam Darnold. But we're going to get to that. We're going to tie all that in tonight because, I watched a lot of that game.
You trying to disrespect Sam Darnold? I told you Sam Darnold was the man.
Well, but you also told me don't draft Justin Jefferson because Justin Jefferson's not going to do nothing.
No. Don't lie about what I said.
I got that call from you.
What I said was, why would you draft Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
And it's still only been 2 games.
Well,
it's still only been 2 games. Let's see if
it's been a beautiful
momentum going.
It's been a beautiful 2 games. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm not.
97-yard touchdown. Thank you, Sam. But we're gonna get to that. The
man everybody said was washed up. Yeah.
We're gonna get to that. See, even when we talk baseball, we talk football. This is what I'm talking about with baseball. Baseball just don't get the love. It don't get people excited like football does. But the Yankees are looking good. Philadelphia got the best record. Dodgers are 1 game behind with the best record. Looks like Cleveland's going to get in. Houston Astros.
Who has the best record?
The best record right now is the Philadelphia Phillies.
Shout out to the Phillies.
Yes, 91-60. And the Dodgers 1 game behind at 90-62. But the Dodgers and the Astros are always up there in the playoff race. It just don't seem like they don't win enough World Series for every year being in the playoffs.
Always in the running, but never get to never get to finish the big dance.
Never get to finish the big dance. So let's see if one of those 2 teams can overtake the Phillies or the Yankees.
Shout out to John from Connie. Oh, what's up, sir? How you doing?
Right. How you doing?
Maybe we can get you to call in. That's a Dallas fan right there.
Please give me a Dallas fan.
Oh my God. Yeah. We're gonna open these phone lines soon.
Yeah, I need a Cowboy fan to call in because I got a whole lot to say to you guys. but what's that? But I do thank you though, because Alvin Kamara won me a game single-handedly. Thank you, Cowboys.
Another shout out to Lamont Mahilia. He said, "What up, Bird Gang in the house?"
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk to you about you guys too, because can we say choke, Eagles choke? Choke, Eagles choke.
I ain't feeling the choke.
I felt a choke. I felt a choke. I'm not even talking about a Barkley choke. Saquon Barkley, he kept you guys in the game. I'm not gonna say Barkley choke.
I'm saying their thing.
I'm saying the Eagles coaching staff choked that game.
Oh, there we go.
But we're gonna get to that.
I'll go for that.
I'm gonna get to that though. But are we done with baseball? I feel like we wasted too much. We do want to mention one last thing though. Aaron Judge quietly is in the running for the Triple Crown. Those who don't know what the Triple Crown is, that's if you lead the league in home runs, RBIs, and batting average. And so right now, Aaron Judge has 53 home runs, 136 RBIs, and he's only 8 points behind in the batting average to Bobby Witt, 331 to 323. So if he gets hot and or Bobby Witt cools down and he gets that batting average, he can get the Triple Crown, which hasn't happened in like almost 40, 50 years. Something
we want to see that.
So that's this should be something that Aaron Judge should be all over everything. Someone like the Triple Crown would be something. If it was in the 60s and 70s, he would be the #1 star in the world right now for what he's doing. But because football is just king, it's just getting hardly no news.
We got somebody else in the house on YouTube, Mr. Derek Ori. Oh my goodness, he from the Cali Cat Pack in the house.
Cat Pack.
Hey Derek, check out the hat, Derek. You like that? That's that new Aura gal right there, buddy.
Okay.
Woo! Here we go.
Well, so segueing into football, Tell them where you're gonna be this weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm going down there to Las Vegas. Me and Derek will be there. We're gonna be out in the parking lot for a little while. Then we're gonna take it into the stadium to go watch the Carolina smash the Las Vegas Raiders. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna smash the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm just gonna take a win. Okay. I know I'm talking big right now, but I just want to win. Just want to win. But I'm happy to see we got the 49ers in the house. We got John from Connie. Oh, he said he a Browns fan. Oh, Browns that John. Fan. What's up, John? Okay. That's not the Cowboys fan. And then we got the Bird Gang in the house with Lamont Mahalia and my boy from Cali Cat Pack, Angel City Riot. Okay. Yes.
I like the
Carolina is definitely in the house.
I like the diversity. I like a Browns fan. I tied to the Browns, so I'm still holding on to my quarterback. I won't cut him yet. I know a lot of people have dropped Deshaun Watson, but I haven't dropped him yet. I still
hold on, Steve.
I'm gonna hold on.
Hold on.
I'm gonna hold on. You know the surprise person. Everybody's just dropping like flies this week. I was seeing the waiver wire. Caleb Williams. People 2 games into the season and people are just dropping Caleb Williams like I'm like, come on.
Well,
it's just 2 games.
This is fantasy football. It's money involved. You want somebody to hold somebody that's not producing? Hey, check this out. I love Bryce Young. Right. I had to let him go.
Well, I mean, I've never drafted Bryce Young.
Hey, look, Steve.
But that's
I didn't ask for all that. Okay. I was just letting you know. Okay. Look at you. You can't wait to kick me.
I can't wait to kick.
You can't wait to kick me. You know what?
It's been several years I've been holding on to this, but Caleb Williams has too many weapons around him to just totally tank. I would give him another week or 2 before I let him go. I might have to go out there and look and see. I might have to pick him up for some of these leagues that people are just dropping them.
So I guess we go into NFL then. Since
I mean,
it was hard to hold back.
Yeah, we gave WNBA and baseball.
We had to let the floodgates open.
Yeah, we talked some WNBA, we talked some baseball, but this is all about football. And let's before we even get to the real topic we want to get to, let's get to Tua.
Tua. My heart goes out to this man and his family.
I know. I ruined my Thursday night to see that. And the crazy part, of all people that caused him to get hurt, Damar Hamlin. And what made it even worse was that it wasn't even, I'm not going to say it wasn't a hard hit, because I mean, any hit in the NFL is a hard hit. But relative to what you see on the league, it looked like Damar Hamlin was actually just trying to just tackle him. He wasn't even trying to hit him.
It looked like he let up. Now see, when you say hit, you're implying that Damar Hamlin ran into him. This is not what happened.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Tua did the hitting. So what do we call that?
Well, it made it worse because he led the impact. He was coming in head first, leading with the impact. So that causes the concussion.
Explain to me, why would he come head first and he's had this many concussions? I was wondering this.
That's a
Did
question.
He want some time off? Right. He could have asked for some time off.
I know. That's a question that a lot of people are asking. Is he don't seem to understand the slide rule. And now maybe he just saw Damar Hamlin and just thought, hey, I can take this. I can take him. He's little. He's the safety.
He wanted to show people how tough he was.
I guess that's what it is. That's the only thing I think of, because it wasn't even a good. I mean, he could, if you're gonna go in head first, go in head first and go low as possible.
Right.
Don't go in head first and go midway, because that's how you get the concussions, when you are waist high and you going at somebody full blast.
But it didn't even look like he was going full speed. No. It looked like he slowed up, like he wanted to slide but didn't slide. Lamar Hamlin looked like, I know you had concussions, I'm gonna lay up, and then he just went into Damar, and then it was all bad.
Yeah.
Shout out on Facebook to Charlie Bear. He said Steelers.
He said
Steelers to the Super Bowl. Steeler Nation.
Oh, well, we heard now what's his name's going to start for the 3rd week. It looks like he might be the quarterback for the Steelers.
What's his name, Steve? What's his name? Justin Fields.
Yeah. I like Justin. I had Justin Fields. He actually led me to a fantasy championship last year. Justin Fields did.
He led you, but did you win?
Why you gotta say
okay.
Why you gotta say that? I'm trying to be positive.
I just wanted to what did he do for you?
It was a beautiful second place, but yeah. But he did get me to the championship.
He got some money though. He got some money in second place.
So I thank him for that. Thank you, Justin. So, but yeah. He had a stinker. The one game I needed him to be the best in, he had a stinker.
Oh yeah.
And that's probably why he's not a Bear no more. But
well, let's get on this topic of Tua.
Right,
what
Tua
do you
right
feel
now,
about him?
Well, people are 50-50, but Tua's come out. himself and said there's no way he's retiring. He's just come out and just boldly just said, I'm not retiring. So
Iron Man.
But he is saying he's going to go to a neurologist this week to get, opinions, get tests done. He was I don't know, they haven't put him on IR yet. I think they kind of hold.
They're up in the air with
They're
it.
up in the air with it.
They really don't want to lose him for the 4
Right.
weeks if he's going to play.
He's going to play. So
but I want to know, is their coaches approving him to play this game? Are they really going to allow him to get back in there?
Of course. This is the NFL. That's me. If he wants to play and they find doctors who will allow him to play, he's going to play. Okay. That's just the NFL mantra. The NFL has always been that way.
I thought everything had been changed around.
Nah, come on now. The NFL is still the shield. It's still.
Well, I did some digging for people out there who want to know if Tua doesn't want to play anymore. I know he has like the 167 guaranteed.
Right.
He won't get that. He will get something like 43 to 44 million.
Yeah, they got to out.
And that'll be his walk salary.
Right.
Now, if the NFL doctors told him that no, we're not going to allow you to play, then he gets the whole bulk of that that money that they're supposed to get, the guarantee.
So you better believe the Dolphins are going to make sure they get the right doctors in there to get the decision they want. So I think he's going to play again. I don't see any way if he's already saying without certain, that he's going to play.
Right.
I can't imagine any doctor's going to tell him no, you can never play again. I don't see it happening. So we're gonna pray for him, wish him the best. And so
we're gonna go to some other big news before we get to Carolina. I know you're dying to get to Carolina.
No, I got a couple of them.
Okay, well, let's talk about Derek Carr and the emergence of the New Orleans Saints out there being crazy.
Raider Nation. I guess you guys don't feel like getting rid of Derek Carr was such a great move after all.
It made no sense.
Y'all were quick to want to get rid of him. Look what you got now. I did pull out this win over the Ravens, and the Ravens,
that was remarkable.
Let me talk about the Ravens, man. The Ravens are disgusting me at this point. You went out and got Derrick Henry in the offseason, and you're rushing him 13, 14 times a game. You could have kept Gus Edwards for that.
Well, no. To all those people that I talked to on the street and at the poker table that's told me that that Cook was washed up when he played for the Ravens. No, is Derrick Henry washed up?
No,
far from
washed up.
Exactly. But guess what? The Ravens do not play the running backs the right way.
No.
They want to use their quarterback
as a running back.
Number one, Mr. Man that they need all season, that always seems to get hurt toward the end of the season, to put his body on the line instead of utilizing the running back position.
It makes no sense to me. Like I said, I was excited when I heard they got Derrick Henry off season.
You're finally on the boat because I was telling you this the whole time.
Listen to me. I tried to give, like I said last week, I tried to give them the benefit of every doubt when it came to Lamar Jackson. I said he's an immense talent, amazing talent. But I just was like, okay, at some point he's going to get it and understand that this is a team game. And if you want to win championships, you got to win them as a team, not as a me player. But unfortunately, I think he has just too much me in him. And so once again, the Ravens are going to let their fan base down. So it is what it is. But yeah, congrats to the Raiders. First win of the season. First win for Antonio Pierce. Much, like I said, much deserved win for them. So happy for the Raiders. But unfortunately, going to get this second win this week.
And
they're going to be 2-1.
What do you feel about New Orleans? Do you think they're going to put a string of wins in there?
I think they're for real. I think they are. Yeah. Alvin Kamara just needed that one season to get his act back together, and he looks
get some rest to look like.
Get some rest, and now he's back and ready to roar.
He looked like a young man coming out of college.
I mean, yeah. Derek Carr looks like he got that swagger back again. He's in there dancing in the end zone, all that stuff. Saints are a team to reckon with. I mean, I wish they had a little better receivers, but it seems like
receivers look just fine to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they got Chris Olave, and he hasn't even been the main one, and that's the number one.
Right, it's been Shaheed, and so yeah, they got, and especially in that division, they should be able to get a couple wins. Yeah, I think them and the Buccaneers are going to be the two teams battling it out. But fly, Eagle, fly. Y'all had to ruin my Monday night by letting, of all people, you let Kirk Cousins beat you guys on Monday night. Kirk Cousins got the worst Monday Night Football record in the history of the NFL, and he was trying hard to keep that record going. And the Eagles said, "Nah, Kirk, we like you, man. We're gonna let you steal a win."
I know at the most you did not want to see Kirk Cousins win that game.
All people, but you know the sad part was I was watching that last Eagles drive and how they just eased up and kind of was playing for the field goal instead of playing for the win. And I said
they stopped marching.
I said they're gonna let Kirk Cousins drive down the field and win this game. I said there was way too much time. And Kirk Cousins had nothing to lose. His record's so horrible on Monday night. He was just playing free. He didn't have no. I mean, besides the fact, I had no pass rush. I don't understand how somebody with no mobility like Kirk Cousins can just sit in the pocket and not get touched for 7 straight plays
and eat people up and just pass the ball methodically down the field.
He's just throwing like it's practice, like they're in the 7-on-7 drill where you can't touch your quarterback.
I told people Kirk Cousins was real long time ago.
Yeah,
I said Washington should have never got rid of Kirk Cousins. That's what you're really mad about, Steve.
Man, I'm so
glad. Is that what you're really mad about?
I'm so glad we got rid of him, man. Thank you.
Kirk Cousins is the man. I don't know why.
He's not the man of nothing. All he's the man of is look. He has robbed quite a few teams of money. He's made $400 million, and got one playoff win for it.
And his agent is miraculous.
His agents should run for president.
Anybody in the NFL should be going after this man, especially a quarterback. You need to get him in your pocket.
Get him in your pocket because he's done an amazing job. What he's gotten Kirk Cousins for.
But don't belittle what Kirk Cousins has done. And you know, let's call it like it is. What? The Eagles coach caused the Eagles to lose that game.
Oh yeah,
the Eagles had an easy 3 points early on, which would have caused them to win the game. They elected to go for it like it was like they were playing a game of Madden instead of playing a game of NFL football.
But go for the one. I can't stand teams that have a chance. You're up by 3 points. You got a chance to get that touchdown to put the game away. Go for the touchdown. I can't stand teams.
Well, they did. That man dropped a wide open ball.
I know, but they could have made plays before that. Don't put it on one play.
But don't put it on the players at all. I put this.
I said on the coaching staff. That's what I said.
Surely on the coaches. It's on the coaches
staff. You know you can't give Kirk Cousins a minute and 45 seconds to drive down the field.
Why? Because Kirk Cousins is that good to do it in a minute and 45. Steve?
No, because
thank you for admitting it. Steve.
They had no pass rush. The man sat up there like you watched it. He sat up there like it was a spring practice. But nobody even put
Lamont from the Bird Gang said Hurts needs to learn how to tuck and run and stop holding on to the rock.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother story. But I'm not going to badmouth Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts played his butt off. I mean,
he did everything it was to do to win
the game. He played. He's somebody. He's the antithesis. That's a word for that. And he's the antithesis of Kirk Cousins.
I like how you put that in there.
Whereas Kirk Cousins is a me guy. Jalen Hurts is definitely a we guy.
What did you say? Kirk Cousins is a me guy.
He's a me guy. He's an ultimate me guy.
When it comes to money, but when it comes to passing the ball, he's a Kirk Cousins phenom. As you said, getting the ball to everybody, marching down the field.
Yeah, pull up Kirk Cousins' stats real quick and tell me that he's a.
Oh my goodness!
Pull up his stats real quick.
You want to negate the Kirk Cousins so bad that you want me to pull up these stats. It was a low-scoring game. It was a defensive game.
He ruined my pick six. I had him. I'm thinking he's going to go out there and do Kirk Cousins things.
Well, he did. Let me give you Kirk Cousins stats.
Go his stats.
20 completions out of 29. Man. That's a B plus right there.
He needed
241 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins. There's nothing bad you can say about that, Steve.
I can. You needed 22.
No interceptions.
22.5 is what I needed from him. He got 20. That's what I'm saying.
You should have took the under, buddy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Kirk Cousins is someone who likes to throw the ball 18 million times. This game, they decided they're going to run the ball. And that's the reason why they were close in the game. Shout out to B. John Robinson because he played his what off.
Yeah.
He was really the key to the game.
He did his thing.
He did his thing. He ran the ball about 25 times. He ran the ball how Derrick Henry should be running the ball for the Ravens. He had about 24, 25 carries, something like that, close to
Okay.
that. That's what he needs to do. I mean, we need Derrick Henry to be the Derrick Henry of old.
Well, he can't do that if they don't give him the ball, Steve.
Oh man. Anyway,
I've already explained this to multiple people, and when a running back is on Baltimore, I'll say it like a broken record. You get these guys that's at the card table, that's at the gym or at the mechanic shops, that telling me that no, the running backs they have are just not up to par. When I'm telling them, like, well, if he only got 10 carries, how can he do what you're saying? What you're saying doesn't add up to what's going on.
Yeah. Okay.
But some people don't look into the stats and look at what's going on. And Derek, hey, I see what you said about he said that Tua, the back of his head hit the ground. It didn't look like the back of his head hit the ground.
No. It was he was out before. He went in with his head.
He went straight in.
Went into, and then by that point you could see
he turned over onto his back,
right.
But I don't think he hit his back of his head.
The back of
I'll go look at it again, and I apologize if I saw it wrong. But
it looked like he was already going down before he even fall back on his head. He when he hit Hamlin's arm, you could tell then by the way his head.
It looked like Hamlin was the man of steel, and
it just looked like what.
And John, I don't appreciate you talking about when you knocked me out the game. Hey, I'm going ahead. I see you. I see you talk. Okay. You talking big stuff, John. I see you.
Keep talking. Speaking about other teams that were disappointments last week, and there were quite a few disappointments. Before I get to my favorite disappointment, let's talk about the 49ers.
Ooh.
I guess trying to win without McCaffrey ain't such the easiest thing to do.
Ooh, why are you going low, Steve?
I'm going low. I mean, those people who thought, oh, hey, we don't need McCaffrey. Tell that to the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota went out there and did their thing at home, won 23-17. I mean, Mason still was pretty solid. He had a solid game, but he's no McCaffrey. Let's just say it like that. And obviously, our guy, who you love so much, our quarterback, he has a little something to be desired. If he don't have all his weapons, he ain't the same guy. So Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy doesn't call the plays still.
Well, okay,
the plays get called into
some
him.
point. A quarterback got to make plays. A quarterback got to do stuff. So it ain't like he's going to use his feet. So get the ball to your playmakers. That's all I got to tell you. All right. But my favorite team to disappoint this week, the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. Or at least they say so, even though they haven't won in the Super Bowl in like 27 years.
44-19?
44-19. So all those people who were all gung-ho about the Cowboys against the Browns.
Do the Cowboys have a rookie quarterback also?
No. They have actually the highest paid player in the NFL in Dak Prescott.
Quarterback, right?
At quarterback. He's the highest paid player in the league.
But they lost 44-19.
44-19.
And they got a decent defense, don't they?
But remember what I said last week? Remember when everybody was all like gung-ho about the Cowboys after they bought the Browns? They see the Cowboys are ready now. The Cowboys are ready now. I said, look, I ain't worried about the Cowboys until January. Let me see what they do once the playoffs start. That's the only time I care about the Cowboys.
Now look here, Star Status. When y'all start slinging the mud, Steve is the one saying this.
I'm saying it. I stand behind it 100%. Jerry Jones is the greatest con artist in the history of the NFL. He took Tex Schramm, and those who don't know who Tex Schramm is. Tex Schramm was the original owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Owner for from 1960 to 1989, owned the Cowboys.
Right.
He came up with this great concept in the late 70s called America's Team. At the time Dallas was booming with the oil industry, and you had the TV show Dallas, and people were like excited about the city.
Right.
He said, we are America's team, even though at that time, I think they hadn't won Super Bowl in like 5 years or something, but he just came on and said it, and people were like, oh, yeah, well, they got cheerleaders. Oh, I like their star on their helmet. Yeah, we'll call them America's team. And it was a great marketing ploy at that time. I mean, you had marketable players in Tony Dorsett, blah, blah, blah. You had, all American Roger Staubach. So it was a great fit. Okay, so then when what's his name bought the team?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones bought the team.
Say his name by name.
Yeah. He came out and, he had a nice little run for the first 7 years, got Aikman and Smith and Irvin and, won 3 Super Bowls.
Three.
In like a 5-year period. So At that time, America's team sounded like, okay, we'll keep that. We'll keep that for a while.
And ran with it.
That was 1997. It's 2024. It's time for y'all to let go of that whole America's team mantra.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, come on now. Why do they get 2 straight game of the weeks to start the season when they weren't even the team to win a playoff game last year?
Ooh.
Explain that to me. CBS gave
marketing,
them
maybe because they sell a lot of clothes and stuff.
See, who was in the Super Bowl for the NFC last year? Who played KC?
The 49ers.
So why can't the 49ers get the first 2 games, game of the weeks, since they were the
they
defending
got a lot
NFC?
of games too.
Well, all I got to tell you is that the Cowboys
TV is saturated with Cowboys and 49ers
exactly.
this season.
And I guess it looks like Tom Brady's just going to be the official Cowboy announcer this year.
Do you think Tom Brady's going to come out of retirement to play for the Miami Dolphins?
No, I don't see that happening at all. Come on now.
Okay, what about Cam Newton? I heard that he was hanging around Miami's practice.
Cam Newton, it's just something about Cam. Like I said, we had this conversation.
Look, I didn't ask you to talk bad about Superman Cam. I was just asking you, do you think that he is going to play for the team?
I'm saying I don't think so because the NFL has something about it. I mean, I won't call it an official blackball, but it's pretty close. It's a bluish blackball.
Because there's no reason why he shouldn't be on the team right now.
No, there's no reason whatsoever. I mean, absolutely no reason other than his mouth. He comes out and starts.
He doesn't mouth off like that.
No,
he's not like a Terrell Owens. He's not like an Ocho Cinco.
When he came out and they asked him, who do you want to play for? He went down and gave a list of guys he wanted to play for. NFL don't like that.
You took it out of context. He was on his own show. Yeah. And he said a list of teams that he would like to play for. He never said that he wouldn't play for another team. He said he put out a list that said that what he would prefer.
But the NFL don't play that. The answer you give is, I'll play for any team who wants me. Any team I feel like I can, or you can even just say, I'll play for any team that I feel we can win. If you say that, everybody rides with it. But when you start naming names and start sitting here saying, I'm going to play here and here and here, that don't fly in the NFL.
Okay.
So you remember the NFL; those owners are like a fraternity. They hang around. They listen to what's being said. So
Lamont Mahilia said the Patriots and the Chiefs are closer to America's team, and I'm not even a fan of either.
Absolutely. If I had to choose between right now, it's definitely the Chiefs at this point. If it was 5 years ago, I would say the Patriots. But right now, with all the hype between that whole Kelsey, Travis thing. Mahomes in 18 million commercials, even Jason Kelsey, who's not even
Andy Reid.
It's just crazy that they are getting this team. So yeah, I would agree with that. But I'm done with the Cowboys. Like I said, it's going to be up and down with them. We'll see you in January.
And if you guys got a little disconnection, notice we're back on right now. But hey, I have fiber optics at the studio with AT&T, and they something else. I gotta talk. I gotta go talk to my AT&T person because I hate when I see something that says, "Oops, you lost connection for a second." But we're back. Hello, everyone. Blow the Whistle Sports. If you're just now tuning in, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We need more subscribers on our Blow the Whistle page on Facebook, so we can go live on the Blow the Whistle page instead of my face page that I have. If you haven't, I sent you an invite. Just accept the invite so we can get up to 100 subscribers so we can start promoting over there so I can get off of my Facebook and go to the official Blow the Whistle site.
We need to spread the word. Spread the word.
Yes.
Please spread the word.
And if you're not on YouTube, please just go subscribe on YouTube so when we go on, it'll let you know, it'll give you a notification that your show is on, Blow the Whistle, and we will be able to call in. But
can we open the phone lines? I feel like it's been 2.5 weeks and I need to hear from some people. I'm tired of your voice and I'm tired of my voice. And before I get into my Panther rant, I want to hear what other people got to say because I got
a whole lot. You want backup? I'm gonna talk about my team
because I got a whole lot to say about
now.
The Panthers,
if you want to call in, our number is 1-909-844-4443, and that's 1-909-844 844-4443. Hey, call in and holler at us and tell us what you think, what's going on, about what we've been talking about. And then while we waiting on phone calls to come in, I'm going to go ahead and open it up, Steve. You know what? You want to talk bad about my team? Go ahead and kick us while we down.
No, I want to wait now. Now I want to wait. I want to get a couple more of these games in before I get into the Panthers. Because once we get into the Panthers, we're not going to stop. So let's get these.
No, we got to do our picks. So you want to do our picks, and you want to go out talking about the Panthers?
Well, yeah. Well, I want to see about a couple more of these games real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Who else is the game? Steelers are 2-0. Let's see. Jets pulled it out. The Bucks are 2-0.
How long is Love going to be out?
Love practiced today. They said Love is a game time decision.
Wow.
So Jordan Love may be out there this week for the Packers, but if he doesn't come out there,
that would piss me off because I put my picks in already, and I would have picked them if I knew he was playing.
Yeah, but they're saying they're gonna wait till the last minute to make a decision on him. But you know, Malik Willis balled out last week. They don't drop too much off with Malik Willis over Jordan Love. So I don't know, but the Packers pulled it out over the Colts.
You know who we got to give their flowers to also?
Who's that?
Baker Mayfield. He went out there and stopped Detroit.
Yeah, that's a big
single-handedly did it.
In Detroit. They say in Detroit. So Baker Mayfield got to get his love. Surprise team of the week was the Cardinals. Who thought the Cardinals were going to put hands on the Rams like they did? 41-10.
Well, they lost. They didn't have Puka,
right?
And Cut went down in that game. What did you want him to do?
41 points.
Pick some fans up the stand and throw the ball to them.
Yeah, but 41 points by the Cardinals. 41 points speaks volumes. It wasn't like it was a close game. The Cardinals' offense was on point. So
from the jump.
Yeah, on the joint. But I had mentioned earlier about a player that people are just dropping like flies. Caleb Williams. They lost to the Texans. I mean, that's not something to be ashamed about. Losing to the Texans on the road is not a shameful loss. They only lost by 5 or 6 points.
It's not that shameful?
No, it's not shameful at all. Texans are a legit team. Texans have legit possible AFC championship talent. So
shout out to Aaron Smith and Hasibi on Facebook. How you doing?
Thank you. We appreciate all of you guys. I mean, like I said, we want to hear from you guys because like I said, we've been saying a whole lot. We've been blowing a whole lot of smoke. But and I'm going to give a shout out to my Commanders. My Commanders, who we can't get the ball in the end zone for our life, but we finally got a kicker.
Y'all beat the New York.
We beat the New York Giants with 7 field goals.
The New York Giants.
Our kicker went 7 for 7.
But you beat the New York Giants.
I don't care.
Did you get a touchdown?
Didn't get a touchdown. No need a touchdown.
But you beat the New York Giants.
7 field goals.
But you beat the New York Giants.
But you know something? Now that you do that, I'm a segue because now
I was just playing. Calm down, Stevie.
Now you struck that nerve. So I'm gonna talk about the quarterback.
Oh my goodness!
Who at the number 2 position has already outplayed the number 1 pick of the 2023 NFL draft. Your man Bryce Young, Jaden Daniels, who just single-handedly how he played last week has already outplayed Bryce Young at a season and 2 games.
He's been waiting to say this.
I've been waiting to say this. Oh my goodness!
But what my rebuttal will be to that is he should have. Since he's been in the league, did he have 3 coaches, 3 different coaching staffs telling him to do this and telling him to do that?
He ran 2 coaches off.
He ran 2 coaches.
He ran them off.
No, my organization has turned horrible ever since they did what they did to Cam Newton. And we haven't got better since they got rid of Cam Newton, which I will still say Cam Newton should have never went anywhere. If anything, he should still be mentoring them in the backup in Carolina because he always can give us that burst. Yeah. So it is what it is. The management of Carolina as anybody can see, has been horrendous. For the last 5 years or more. You can't blame any of these players. You have to blame the coaches and the staff, and most of all, the owner for putting together. Now, mind you, when he first started, he didn't even put a NFL coach in. He put in a college coach to go for the first time to train NFL players. And as you saw, that man did not know how to handle NFL players. He did not know what he was doing at all. He
doing-
knew about the game of football, but what?
He's doing great in Nebraska right now.
Is that NFL?
It don't matter.
Hey,
He's moved on to greener pastures.
It doesn't translate to NFL.
It don't matter. He's going on to greener pastures. I'm sure.
And
I'm
I'm
sure
happy
right
for
now
him.
he's laughing. He's probably on Sunday mornings kicking up to the parallel like
Yeah, because he's still getting paid, I believe.
Look, I'm getting these fools are paying me money to watch these fools lose, and thank you for destroying. At the start of the 2020, let me tell you guys about the Carolina Panthers. At the start of the 2022 NFL season,
he's still trying to kick me.
I'm gonna kick you all.
Oh no,
day.
but you can't. It has nothing to do with the team. It's management.
At the start of the 2022 season, they had Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and Dante Foreman in their offensive backfield. I mean, they let all 5 of them go for peanuts. All 5 go for peanuts. They got nothing for any of those 5. Right now, Sam Darnold's 2-0.
I would like you
right
to talk
now,
to the Carolina,
Mayfield's 2-0.
The Carolina fan base and say what you just said, because
I'm saying to
they seem to not understand that.
I'm saying to the Carolina fan base, y'all had Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, you had DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, and Dante Foreman, and let them all go. And on defense, don't even go about Frankie
Jeremy Chin and
Frankie
Louisville.
Let them go for peanuts. Get gifts. Let them go.
I said on my personal page that Carolina's heart been ripped out, and they're trying to put it together. Carolina does not have a culture. We need a culture. And I know people now that Bryce has been benched, they're like, oh, they want him out of here. How crazy do you sound? Do you think that we gave away the picket fence and the house, and now we're going to give the collateral that we put into that person away immediately? No, he's not going anywhere.
He's going nowhere.
What Carolina needs, we need to let this coaching staff, this coaching regime, and see if their plan works. What we need next season, we need defensive ends. Mm-hmm. We need a corner. And we need stuff like that. We need stuff on defense. You see the defense. Can we stop a run? It doesn't look like it.
Well, as I told you earlier, I'm telling
just venting.
I know he's been. I know it hurts. I know it hurts, but I'm gonna tell everybody right now the Carolina's in a lose-lose situation, and I told
I don't think so.
This on the phone,
but go ahead.
Because right now this week they're gonna be starting Andy Dalton as their quarterback. Everybody who knows Andy Dalton knows. He used to be a pretty solid starter in the NFL for many years, Cincinnati. He's been a pretty solid backup for the last few years.
And that's what we about to get Sunday.
Before he went to Carolina, and Carolina decided we're just not going to play him. They should have played him last year. I told him last year he should have been a starter last season. He didn't play but like a little bit of one game for the most part.
Well,
this season he didn't start again. I don't know why. Now
it just seems like you just keep putting bricks on top of bricks. What happened was the NFL they don't implement quarterback situations like they used to.
Right.
The NFL, when a brand new quarterback used to come in the league, they used to give him time to mature.
Oh, they do.
You can listen to Tom Brady. Go listen to Tom Brady. He says it excellent. He says it better than anybody can say it. You have to give the quarterback time to mature. But know what they did? They threw Bryce Young to the wolves in a situation where they know we had put a makeshift team together that nobody he's ever played with, and they expected him to put the sticks together and make gold.
Wait, what's that? The reason why Tom Brady's saying this because his former team, the New England Patriots, is doing exactly what the Carolina should have done last year. Tom Brady sees they had Drake May, who was the number 3 pick of the draft. Drake May could have gone out there and started. He looked just as good as Bryce Young did in the preseason. The coach said, no, we're going to start Jacoby Brissett. We're going to go with the career backup who we know what we're going to get from him. And look at the Panthers. They won the first game and could have very well won the second game.
Hasibi Gill said the problem is they need their QBs to win now before they get a franchise contract. So the expectation is they need to win now.
Right, but they need to win now if you have the talent. The reason why C.J. Stroud is winning now is because the Texans didn't just sit out there and say, we're just going to throw you out there with nothing. They went out there and prove their seriousness by getting talent. You go out and get somebody like a Diggs. You go out and get somebody like a Joe Mixon. That lets your quarterback know he don't have to be the vocal leader on there.
Well,
Stephon Diggs can talk for everybody. So Stephon Diggs is out there getting everybody hyped up, getting in people's faces. CJ Stroud don't have to do that. That's what you do with a winning organization. Brings in leadership.
I just want Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Panther Nation. I want
in,
all
please.
of you guys to see. I want to make this a clip and I'm gonna put it on our sites.
Yeah.
I need you all to see that. Look, Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore was taken from this team. Right before. Before Bryce Young got here.
No, you're saying the wrong word. They weren't taken. They were given away. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Taken means that somebody went out there and took advantage of them. No, they said, here, you can have them.
Yeah.
They went to the Niners and said, hey, you guys aren't good enough. Let me let you guys be better. Here, have McCaffrey for, what was it, a 5th round pick? 6th round?
We got like two 2nd round picks and something ridiculous for
a number one running back in the league. Come on now.
Hey, but our negotiating staff is terrible.
Terrible.
Hey,
and DJ Moore was a throwaway in the trade for to get Bryce Young.
It wasn't even needed.
The Bears like, you don't give it to us? Okay, we'll take him. We'll take him off your hands if you don't want to keep him. We need a number 1 receiver anyway, so we'll take him. So this is the kind of reason why I was saying is a lose-lose situation is that number 1, if Andy Dalton goes up there and plays well, then your problem is going to be what do you do with Bryce Young? Because
that's not a problem.
But it is a problem because he's already shown he's had 18 games that he hasn't gotten a job. He's 2-16 in 18 games.
Okay.
So he's already shown at this point that he can't get the job done. Now in the future, can he do it in the future? Maybe. But for right now, you can't sit there in all honesty and say that he can get the job done. You can project he can get the job done, but you can't sit there and say with a straight face that he's guaranteed to be a star.
Straight face.
No.
What I will say is that he hasn't had a chance to do it.
Well, I mean,
what I will say is it's been unfair and unbalanced chance.
How can you say he hasn't had a chance? He started every game for the first 18 games of his career. He's had 18 games to show what he can do.
I'm not going to downplay.
I'm not talking about wins and losses. I'm talking about being able to make plays. The quarterback position is about making plays.
True.
Look, Jaden Daniels, say what you want to about him. When you look at him on the field, he makes plays. When something breaks down, he's out there running like he's Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Bryce Young's not doing that.
Yes. And I will say Bryce Young, it looks like his confidence has been broken.
Okay.
Broken.
Pull up his stat. Pull up Bryce Young's stats from last week's game against the Chargers. Go ahead and pull up real quick and tell me what was his stats. He played the whole game against the Chargers. What was his stats? And this,
Bryce Young's
this will tell you right here. Go ahead.
18 for 26 and 84 yards.
Say it again. Say that one more time for us.
18 for 26 and 84 yards and 1 interception.
18 for 26 for 84 yards. Right. So put that into numbers. If you got 84 yards on 18 catches,
right? That
means his catches are 4.3 yards per catch.
Okay.
On average.
All right.
4.3. That's barely good for a running back. 4.3 yards a run is a pretty solid running back. Passing wise, that's horrendous.
True. Horrendous. And like I said, once again, let me get a couple words in here.
Go ahead.
What? I'm saying his confidence has been broken. The man, he needs to sit back and see a veteran do it. Let Andy take the lumps. Like I said in the first place, when he first got here, he didn't need to jump on the field. He needs to see the speed of the NFL. He needs to sit on the sidelines, by far not be sitting on the bench. He needs to have the headphones on with the playbook. The coach calling the plays, telling him the plays to give to Andy, so he knows in certain situations what's supposed to happen. He needs to see Andy execute because this is the NFL. It's something brand new to him. Yes, he played in 17 games or whatever, however you put it, but it still hasn't been fair. Once he's sat on this bench, once he gets to see the feel of the game from the sideline, see the plays being called in, and seeing a real vet make the plays or try to execute the plays, I believe this will settle him down. He will settle down the happy feet, all the jumping, and he will get in there and he will execute the plays the way it needs to be executed.
Do you know how many quarterbacks out there who would dream of the opportunity to have 17, 18 starts in the NFL and sitting here listening to what you're saying and just like, man, if I only had 18 stars in the NFL,
yeah, but
I would be gang fire.
But what kills everything that you're saying, what negates everything you're saying,
what's that?
Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield came here and they look like trash just like him.
That's not true.
No, that is true. No, that is true. And what?
Back it up.
Wait a minute. You gotta let me get.
What was it? No,
I'm
gonna cut you off because when Baker Mayfield was starting for Carolina, what was Carolina's record again? Go ahead, 2022 season. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold were the two quarterbacks.
You would have to talk about Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had a record, but Baker Mayfield didn't.
Baker Mayfield in his first 4 games, I think he had a couple wins. He was like 2-3.
Are you sure about that?
Double check. Go and pull.
Well. Let me finish my statement.
Go ahead, please.
Regardless, Carolina, when both of them were here, had losing records. So
7-10, I think 7-10, 8-9.
You're talking about when Sam Darnold was here,
yeah,
and he was still cut short by he was still cut short by the Carolina staff.
Okay,
so it still negates what you're saying.
No,
the staff is still making the bad decisions
because 8-9, 7-10, and 2-15 are whole two different worlds. So 8-9 and 2-15 are two different worlds in the NFL.
That was one season.
Listen to me. If I remember correctly,
that was one season, and if you remember correctly, did both of them have to go through the two coaching staffs?
If I remember correctly,
did both of them have to go through 3 coaching staffs?
If I remember correctly, weren't they like one game? They were in the final game of the year. If they would have won that game, they would have made the playoffs the year before Bryce Young came there.
You're talking about Sam Darnold.
Okay, but what's that?
And then who got rid of Sam Darnold? Was it Carolina?
Yeah, of course it was Carolina.
This whole conversation is about the coach, about the owner and the coaching staff making bad decisions.
We agree on that.
So what you're saying is the reason why we didn't win is because of the coaching staff and not the team.
Okay, once again,
you're still proving my point.
No.
Even though if you don't let me get a word edgewise.
No. I'm not proving your point.
Every season when Baker Mayfield was here and Sam Darnold was here, the ownership and the Carolina coaches made the wrong call because, in my opinion, if you would have kept Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield and improved on the defense, we would be way farther than what we are now.
Listen, not only do I agree with you 100%, I said that 3 years ago. You can go back and look at the tape.
But the whole point, you're trying to blame Bryce Young for ownership problems.
I'm not blaming Bryce Young at all. If you listen to what I've been telling you, I'm sitting here saying we can't guarantee that Bryce Young can be that superstar quarterback because we haven't seen it yet. I mean, that's no knock on him, but the knock is that at this point in his career, and given the fact that you just mentioned a second ago, his confidence has been waned. We don't know if he'll ever be able to recover to be the quarterback that he could have been. We don't know.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, but that's my whole argument.
Well, my whole argument is that if you don't relax and give a person a chance like Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, you won't get to see that, Steve.
But he got
if you keep starting over, you will get the same effect every time.
But he was given
we've seen it 3 times.
Listen, I'm agreeing.
Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and now Bryce Young.
He was given the chance, though. The problem is that he probably should not have been given the chance. That's the argument, is that he should not have been given the chance. But he was given the chance.
We can't go backwards.
We
can't go backwards.
You guys
this is who we picked, and not just who we picked. This is who we put all the apples and tomatoes.
But that's why I said this is a lose-lose situation for Carolina, is because now you're stuck with him because you did put everything in the basket for him, and now you got a situation where either Andy Dalton is going to come out there
be the man,
at which point you can't put Bryce Young back on the field unless Andy Dalton
Why would
gets
you
hurt.
put him back on the field?
Okay.
Why is that a problem if Andy comes out and does good?
Because
Andy is still old. Andy what Andy got the best 2 years left in him. Bryce Young can learn from the veteran. How is that bad? That's good. That means we have talent on the bench that we'll be able to see later on, or we can go on from that. As long as Andy takes off, we're still good.
No, that's a lose because you still are stuck with the fact of
I disagree.
You got this guy. Are you going? Nobody's going to trade for Bryce Young. So you're at a situation now where either you're going to have to cut him and then draft a new quarterback all over again and start from scratch.
Wrong decision.
But but that's the decision.
Andy will come in and do his thing.
Andy Dalton he's a stopgap. He's not your future.
Yes, we already have the future.
But
so why
but that's the we have to lose.
No, that's not a lose. That we see if you buy the car and you can't take it back, right. you have to take it to the repair shop and get it fixed.
Right.
You have to deal with what you have.
Exactly.
We can't think about what could have been. We have to move on from that. So you want us to dwell on not picking CJ Stroud because we got Bryce Young? No. We have Bryce Young. So now we move to Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, go out there and ball out. Do your thing. I'm going to be out there in Las Vegas in the stands. I'm going to go live to Blow the Whistle Sports and shout you out, Steve, while I'm out there.
Please shout me
Andy
out.
Dalton, do your thing. Andy, do his thing.
My recommendation, do it early.
Yeah.
Because once the game gets out of hand. No, but you know something? Honestly, though, I think Andy Dalton's going to go out there. The team's going to be motivated with the change. Because now they say, oh, God, now we got a quarterback who can actually throw the ball. And I think they're going to go out there and show out. It's going to be a closer game than it should be. So I expect actually Carolina. Listen to me. Here's my guaranteed prediction of the week. Andy Dalton will pass for at least 200 yards against the Raiders this week. Mark it down, put it in stone. I will talk to you guys next week about it. He's going to double plus what Bryce Young did with the Panthers.
Of course he is.
He'll pass for at least 200
yards. He's supposed to.
No.
He's a veteran. He's supposed to.
No.
A veteran's not supposed to?
No.
I know you're just trying to kick Bryce Young.
There's a lot of veterans.
You're just trying to kick Bryce Young, but it is what it is.
I'm just saying there's a lot of veterans out there who can't get 200 yards pass anymore. One Aaron Rodgers, which I didn't even get to yet.
My goodness. His hatred for Aaron Rodgers. But guess what? Aaron Rodgers will be fine.
We'll do these picks real quick.
We got to do our pick. You know what that sound means? It means we're at our time.
Yeah.
And the phone lines, we got to close the phone lines. Sorry, nobody got their calls in.
We're going to get you guys.
Or it might have been because
you're talking about the Panthers. They put people to sleep. Sorry about this, guys.
Look at you.
But we had to get it off our chest. I didn't want to have to go on that road, but we had to get it off our chest because this has been something we've been talking about for years.
Ronald Tyson, that's our Cowboy fan.
Yes.
He said, if Andy Dalton don't win games, it's the coaching staff, not Bryce Young.
Well, Andy Dalton played pretty well for the Cowboys like 3 years or 4 years ago. He won some games for you guys back in the day when Dak was down. So I mean, he's won everywhere he's been. Andy Dalton is a proven guy who can win games for you. He can lose games for you too.
Can win games. I like what Hasibi said. She said Young faced Saints and Chargers though, both undefeated teams. Not fair to Young Dalton beating
the Raiders.
Okay.
It's a good point. That is a good point to bring up is that both the Panthers and Chargers have looked pretty strong through 2 games this year. So I think the problem, like I said, the problem with me is when I hear that 18 for 26 for 84 yards, that should scare everybody. For some reason, Packard don't seem to understand.
Yeah, I do.
The only reason you can pass for 18 times and 84 yards is that you're afraid to throw the ball downfield. That means he's only doing dump offs or short, quick passes because he don't feel confident in the offensive line and he don't feel confident in his abilities.
Well, I know everyone heard me say his confidence is shot.
When that's the whole point.
So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so we don't know if his confidence will ever come back. So that's where we got to figure out where we go from here with him because he may never be the quarterback that we thought he was going to be because the NFL is 80% mental, 20% physical.
True.
So if you mentally don't feel that arrogance out there that you need to win as a quarterback, that swag, you may never get that swag. So,
I understand that, but guess what? Having Andy Dalton and him having a very, very good season, which we need him to do,
right?
it helps that. Where guess what? Next season we can go with Andy. We can be thinking about the future, but also we can pick up most needed picks on defense. We
Right.
need we pretty much stack the offense up. We can grab a couple players from here and there, get some steals out there,
Right.
but beef the defense up.
Got to.
And let Andy do it right now, and then we'll check Bryce Young's confidence later on. I'm guaranteeing we're gonna have to. Andy's an old guy, and Andy might need to sit out a play or something, and Bryce needs to come in and do what we need him to do.
Okay.
He needs to understand what's going on, and I think if anybody's watched the games, he's looked like a deer in the headlights. He's looked scared out there. Confidence.
I mean,
on a low.
At least run the ball. If you're going to pass the ball for 84 yards, at least have about 70, 80 yards rushing. He's not even doing that. So let's get these picks because I think people want to go ahead and do their night. So
let's do these picks.
So speaking of swag, our guy Aaron, Mr. Swag Rogers, who has all the swag in the world for somebody who hasn't won a Super Bowl in 14 years, he's playing against the Patriots. Who you got?
I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. Of course,
I'm going with the Patriots with the upset. I just can't. I just can't stand Aaron Rodgers. I don't. This is nothing but personal. But I like what I see with Jacoby Brissett. I think they're gonna come out and ball. So I got the Patriots. All right, Giants and the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns all day.
Yeah, I got the Browns too. The Giants. Now Malik Neighbors finally came out. He looks like he's gonna be a legit, real deal receiver for them. But they still got that guy, Daniel Jones, as quarterback. So as long as they got him, I can't vote for them. All right. Eagles and Saints. Ooh, this is a good one.
I'm taking the Eagles in New Orleans. I'm taking the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. God, the Eagles just pissed me off so much last week. But I can't see them starting 1 and 2. I got it, the Eagles too. Texans and Vikings. Oh, this is a good
But what
matchup.
I will say, if the Saints sting the Eagles, they the real deal.
Oh, yeah.
If the Saints stand up to the Eagles,
yeah, they're legit.
They the real deal.
I think they're legit anyway. I just think this week the Eagles got to find a way. They can't start the season 1 and 2.
We're going to see a lot of that tush push in this game.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of tush push. Texans and Vikings, speaking of 2-0 teams, surprise 2-0s. The Vikings at home against the Texans.
And you would think this would be an easy game to pick, but it's not.
It's not. In Minnesota, it's not. If it was in Houston, I would probably ride with the Texans. The Vikings just look like they're just doing something, man.
They are. But I gotta stick with Stroud. He's been figuring it out. And you know what I like? Mm-hmm. He's only 1 year out of being a rookie. And at the end of that game, he played with the Bears. He went up to the quarterback of the Bears, Caleb. That's how you pronounce his name? Yeah. And said, "Look, man, stop taking those hits.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You're going to be big in this league."
Yeah. He got swag. I mean, he got swag for day. I mean, there's no question that he's the real deal. I mean,
no hate.
No one can sit there and say that CJ Stroud is overhyped or overrated.
See, if that would have been you on the field, you'd have been like, "That's why I kicked your butt."
Oh, I would have.
You show up again,
I would have been
and I'm gonna do it again.
I'd have been galloping. I was sitting here and said, "See, told you, man, you can't beat me." But anyway, so I guess we're both going with the Texans. Even though I like I said, I do give Sam.
You're gonna go with the Texans because you're not gonna go with Kirk Cousins.
No.
I mean, not Kirk Cousins. Sam Darnold.
No, I mean, that's me. I gave Sam Darnold his props. I said Sam Darnold is playing his butt off. This is a hard pick for me, but I just think the Texans just have so much more talent on both sides of the ball. The Texans are going to win on defense.
Okay, where are we going now?
Broncos and the Buccaneers.
Broncos and the Buccaneers. Yeah. I'm taking the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield.
God, I hate when we're picking the same teams, but yeah, we are on the same page. Baker Mayfield is balling out. He this is somebody who got real swag. I mean, Baker Mayfield got swag for generations. He just
and dance on the field.
Right. He just knows he's the best thing in the league. So Broncos are a team, they're building. So we'll leave it at that. All right. Packers at the Titans. We might get Jordan Love back. Jordan Love looks like he might be a game time decision. He practiced today. So I'm assuming if he practiced on Wednesday, he's going to play on Sunday. So I'm going for that reason alone. I'm taking the Packers.
I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the home team because
home
I'm
team.
not sure if Love is gonna play or not. So I'm gonna stick with the home team.
Okay.
Just on that because if Love is playing, I'm going with the Packers. But since I don't know, and I'm gonna have to play for him to be out, I'm going with the Titans. Stay with the home team.
Okay. Well,
They get their first win this week.
Well, speaking of two young quarterbacks, we got the Bears and the Colts.
Yeah, so what's going on with us, Anthony Richardson and Cam Newton 5.0? What's going on with him?
Yeah, he kind of hurt me last week.
Mm-hmm.
As good as he looked the first week,
as good as he looked, but he lost.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking fantasy. But second week, fantasy wise, he stunk it up. So Bears, like I said, they've been sticking it up on offense, but their defense has been on point. This is a tough one. I got a reason to take either one. I'm gonna take Richardson just because he's a year older. I think he's gonna bounce back better than Caleb Williams will. So I take the Colts in a close one.
It's another 0-2 team. I'm taking the home team. Like people, this is only the week 3.
Yeah,
after week 4 is when you can start getting some solid picks from me because these first few weeks in the NFL is like crazy.
It's hard.
It's crazy.
Hard. Speaking of 2-0 teams, the Chargers and the Steelers.
Well, that was 0-2. You mean 2-0?
These are 2-0 teams. Like I said, speaking of 2-0 teams.
I know what? I like Mike Tomlin so much that I'm going with the Steelers. I'm going with that coach. Yeah. Harbaugh is a nice coach,
right?
But
Tomlin just wins. He's just somebody.
He finds a way.
He finds a way. He don't matter who the quarterback is. He don't matter. He just wins games. So
when they say if there's a will is a way, the definition needs to be by his name,
especially at home. So home game, I'm taking the Steelers too. Here's a tricky one: Dolphins at the Seahawks.
Taking the Seahawks.
Dolphins starting Skylar Thompson this week.
Taking the Seahawks.
So yeah, I can't. I saw Skylar Thompson in the playoff game against the Bills. He can't get the job done. Yeah, I got to take the Seahawks. I'm trying to make it interesting, but yeah, I got the Seahawks too.
Hey, as long as you're messing up your record, is fine with me.
I think we almost like every game except for one. I just can't take Aaron Rodgers. It's not.
You taking the Seahawks also?
I got Seahawks. Yeah.
All right. Where are we going now?
Now here's the game where I know we're going to be divided. Panthers at the Raiders.
Nothing could be finer but to be in Carolina. We're not in Carolina, but guess what? We're going to beat the Raiders in Las Vegas. And you heard it here first.
And prior to the fact that they switching quarterbacks, I plan on coming here with a paper bag with some eyes cut out to tell him that if he wants to, in case things get too hot in there, he can put the paper bag over his head.
I'm putting no paper. I'm going there wearing Panther colors, proud and loud.
Okay, so
and y'all can catch me in the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, just make sure you keep tabs of where your car in the parking lot is.
Oh no! I'm an Uber there. I'm gonna be with a Raider fan, so I'll be fine.
Okay, all right. So
I learned my lesson going to San Francisco.
Ooh, San Francisco's rough. Yeah. Niner fans, man, they let you have it. It's like the walk of shame.
Hey, man, the 49ers beat us by like 30 points, and they still wanted to fight. I was like, what am I fighting for?
Exactly.
Y'all beat us already. Now you want to beat us up? Dang.
Yeah, that's a deceptive because you think San Francisco. Oh, San Francisco, they're not nice fights, beautiful city, nice people. Them 49er fans ain't nothing nice.
So you taking the Raiders?
Yeah, I got the Raiders. Oh, come on now. In Las Vegas, I've got the Raiders.
Well, that'll be another loss on you.
Okay.
Where are we moving to now, Steve?
We're moving to, speaking of Niners, the Niners and the Rams. This is an interesting one.
Taking the Niners all day.
Yeah.
There's no Cup.
Yeah,
they talking about putting Cup on IR also.
There's no Cup. And I think they already put them on IR. I think Cup and Nakua are both out for this game. So
they're going to have to get some Rams fans down there trying out for the team because it looked bleak out there.
Yeah. That's going to be a fighting place. Whenever the Niners and Rams get together, it's SoFi.
I would say that if they had their wide receivers, I think this is a game.
I'm talking fight outside the stadium. I'm not talking about in the stadium. No, the Niners are going to win the game. I'm talking about after the game.
Yeah, this is a game that you put all your marbles on the 49ers.
Yeah.
To route the Los Angeles Rams this game.
Yeah.
The Rams are nowhere stacked ready to do this unless this coach comes out and finds some type of running game, and because Matthew Stafford is not a runner, so I don't know where to go from there. Where we go from now on, Steve?
The Lions and the Cardinals are deceptively tougher game than you would think. The Lions, I thought the Lions were gonna come out like gangbusters this year and just be 14-2, 13-3, but
No, they're the same. They're the same
team. So yeah,
it takes them a while. Then they get hot. Then they ignite, and then they start mowing off wins. They haven't even got Laporta hot. They don't even look like the team from last season yet.
Yeah,
so we're waiting for the fire to start.
This is one. God,
you got a coin?
I want to take the line. Yes, it's a flip the coin game because the Cardinals are playing well. It's in Arizona.
They got a game last week. I don't know about playing well.
Oh, they look real strong. I mean, I know the Rams will lose some guys, but they even look good the first.
I'm gonna take the Lions while you figure it out.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
Okay. See, now we separate right there.
There you go.
Where are we moving from now?
Ravens, Cowboys. Talk about two disappointments. Oh my goodness.
They playing in Dallas. I'm going with the Cowboys for the win.
This is nothing more than, like I said, personal, because as much as I hate Aaron Rodgers, I hate the Cowboys more. I got to go with the Ravens, even though the Ravens are doing everything possible to try to ruin this season for me. But they can't go 0-3. I just can't. There's no way the Ravens can go 0-3. So
yeah, it is.
They got to find.
They're playing Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb.
Well, I think
the Cowboys.
I think the defense will set the tone for this game.
Sorry, Steve. The Cowboys lost last week.
I know the Cowboys.
They're not losing 2 in a row.
Okay.
Sorry. Right. Ravens go 0-3.
Okay. Well, the Sunday night game we got, and this is weird because the Sunday night game feels like it should be the Monday night game, but this week we got 2 Monday night games again. They're doing the old 2 Monday night game this week. So we got Sunday night, the Chiefs and the Falcons.
I'm going with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
always.
You know I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. Listen, what's his name? Had a lucky day. I mean, the Eagles gave him a win. There's no way he's winning 2 in a row. I got Patrick Mahomes all day, all night.
All right, well, that's unanimous. Where are we moving to?
We got 2 Monday night games next week. And I hate, if you're going to do the Monday night games, can you make it 4 and 7? You know, have it like a double header so that way for us football fans, we can totally enjoy both games. I hate this 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. I'm talking about Pacific time. So East Coast, that's 7 to 8 for my East Coast people. But I hate when they have the games going on at the same time. It's like, yeah, come on. It ruins the whole purpose of Monday night. Make it 4 and 7. That way
for the first game?
First game is Jaguars, Bills.
Bills.
Yeah, Bills for sure. And then the second game is Commanders, Bengals.
We got another quarter?
This is a tough one. Yeah, I'm flipping the coin on this one. I'm going with the team that the Bengals got too many wide receiver issues. T. Higgins don't want to play. Jamar Chase is talking too much stuff outside of football.
I'm going with the Bengals.
I got the Commanders.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Hey,
yeah.
I'm happy. This is one of the teams. One of the games I'll be able to actually watch your team 100%.
Watch our team.
Because I've been going back and forth on games, you know.
Right. Well, you're gonna see Daniels. He's legit. I mean, he's a work in progress. Don't get me wrong. He got things. He unfortunately he went to the RG3 school of sliding. He don't seem to understand how to use the slide effectively.
And we're sorry for going overtime this week, people, but we had a lot to get out and a lot to unpack. We'll be back next week at 7 p.m. sharp here on Blow the Whistle Sports. 7 p.m. every Wednesday, Los Angeles Pacific time. Yes. We'll be here.
Now, let me ask you, did you get all your chest? Are you like cleansed? All that mojo, all that stuff inside of you is all out of you now?
You done beat me up. And you trying to be nice to me? Yeah. You done beat me up this whole time right now.
You know it's out of love. I mean, I as 2 fans, it'd be wrong of me not to beat you up on this because that's what a real fan does. Real fans let you know when your team is down. We want to stomp on you, kick you, throw some dirt on you, and then help you up. That's fandom.
Hey, shout out to Taylor TA. What's up, sir?
All right.
TA has a hell of a show where he does sports cards. Hey, man, that's my guy. I get all my sports cards from him. Shout out to Ronald Tyson and Hasibi Gill. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please
appreciate you guys.
Like it, but subscribe so we can get our subscribers over to the Blow the Whistle page and we can get off of my personal page and be on Blow the Whistle page.
Right.
And
I want to hear. Tell us where we're right. Tell us where we're wrong. Am I wrong about what I've been saying about Bryce Young? Am I wrong about what I've been saying about the Panthers?
yes.
Okay, so according to Mr. Panther over here,
Yes.
I'm wrong. But we're gonna see. We're gonna come back next week and talk about it. We'll see.
And we will open the phone lines earlier next week.
Yes, please, because we want to hear from you guys.
I will go live from the game. Remember, watch on Sunday. I'm going live from the game.
Cowboy fans, Raider fans, please call in. I love you guys because I love sticking to you guys.
Yeah, those are diehards.